Well, the rights of Tennessee's transgender children are in the hands of the U.S. Supreme Court. Today, the justices heard arguments over Tennessee's new ban on gender-affirming care for minors. The state argued it protects kids from the consequences of transitioning when they are young, while opponents say it discriminates against certain people based on their gender. State Capitol reporter Tori Gessner listened into the hours-long hearing that will now have a nationwide impact.
In the courtroom where cameras are banned, the stakes on gender-affirming care for minors couldn't be clearer. Arguments over Tennessee's ban on puberty blockers and hormone therapy for transgender youth echoing outside the highest court, too.
This case is about protecting kids from the consequences of decisions that they cannot fully understand.
They claim that there are no protections based on sex for the transgender people like myself, who rely on this medical care.
Inside the courtroom, opponents argued the law discriminates based on gender, because while a boy at birth can take the drugs for reasons other than gender dysphoria, a boy at birth who identifies as a girl can't take them to transition. The state says the ban isn't based on gender, but the medical reason they're taking it. Conservative Justice Brett Kavanaugh also weighing the presented consequences of them the drugs, like infertility or patients changing their minds.
For us to come in and to choose one side of that, knowing that either way, people are going to be harmed. There's no kind of perfect way out, at least as I've read the briefs here, where everyone benefits and no one is harmed.
Chief Justice John Roberts suggested lawmakers, not the Supreme Court, are the best to decide. Liberal Justice Sonia Sotomayor disagreed.
When you're 1% of the population or less, very hard to see how the democratic process is going to protect you.
Well, Your Honor,
you blacks were a much larger part of the population, and it didn't protect them. It didn't protect women for whole centuries.
Reporting in Nashville, I'm Tori Gessner.
Well, one of the most notable aspects of the hearing, Justice Neil Gorsuch, a conservative who wrote a majority opinion granting employment protections for LGBTQ plus people, did not speak at all during what was 2.5 hours today. Now, the Supreme Court's ruling would not only impact Tennessee, but also the more than 20 other states that have passed similar bans. Justices are expected to have a decision by next June.